Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Thanks for liking my videos, by the way, especially in episode 2. Um, Briefly to watch some of these. Very shortly I'll be playing those hands and start commentating. The way I'm going to be playing the hands, and hopefully I read the hands correctly and start getting like the chips my way. And I'll be posting these videos from a weekly basis, at least a couple of times a week. But before we go into that, I want to discuss something like when you play poker, right? You sort of people get a tendency of getting stuck at a table. If you don't know this term, getting stuck at a table is when you keep playing non-stop until your chip stack has lost. We've all probably been there at one stage. This happens especially at a casino where you can't be bothered getting up out of your seat and you just sit there and you can be feeling pretty tired and you just play non-stop. And then all of a sudden, you got no chips, so you've got no reason to play, so you get up and walk. So but to get on point, this can happen. You can actually start having, say, work out a time frame of when you sit down at the table, when you get up. What I used to do was I like to double my stacks, triple my stacks before I used to stand up and leave the casino. And this could happen. It could happen in the 20 minutes. I've literally sat down the first hand and had trip aces over trip kings, doubled up my money, and then I was able to get up and just leave. You hit your quota, you just get up and leave. That's fine. Sometimes some people get a drill in their head and they think, it all looks pretty. If you sit there forever, everyone thinks, oh, you're going to get $30 an hour, $40 an hour, you're good enough. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes the cards go your way, you get momentum, but you lose momentum. You get a thing called a cold deck. A cold deck is when you start missing out on your cards. And this is what happened in my last session. Last session was I played for probably an hour and 20. I did tell myself that I was going to play until my wife got home and then quickly go. But we really got a really huge momentum swing going our way. We started getting quite good boards, getting chips our way, and then 3/4 of the way through, we ran into we lost our entire stack. Just unfortunately, our opponents got, I think it was like a 2% or a 10% hand that they're not supposed to get, but it does happen. But yeah, the whole point was just really focus on how long you're staying there. Are the cards going your way or not? Because you just don't want to get stuck at a table and just be stuck at a casino, stuck in stuck online playing a game until you lose your whole stack. So you actually just want to always be familiar. Probably take regular breaks if possible. I'm not too concerned about play money at this stage, but I'm just saying once I go back to the casino, you really have to have those embedded in your head. You have to be realized that you can have the chips going your way. What I originally did was when you first sit down, I love sitting down at a fresh new table. Right, you sit down at a fresh new table, you can dictate how the game goes. Like you can start being aggressive, or you can see if players are starting to be aggressive or they're all passive. So you actually see how it all is. Everyone has a similar chip stack. I love that. I don't like it when people are deep stack and start bullying people. That's not me. So I used to like sitting at a fresh table. And then one of the things that told me if I didn't get up and leave earlier, once once half the table of the original table started leaving and new people started coming in, that's when I started the jury and think, okay, it's time to leave. Usually it was probably about 2 to 3 hours in, you could start seeing people start moving on. But anyway, let's start playing. Hopefully you guys get something out of it. Thanks for liking my videos, by the way. Hopefully you get something out of this. Thanks for liking and subscribing as well. A few people that have subscribed to say my chess videos and my Supercoach videos have probably unsubscribed. So that's fair enough. We're going to raise here with ace king. Although we could check, we can actually call through. We got suited with a nuttish type hand, so we can go all the way through. We're in position anyway. I'm not a fan of the 2 diamonds, so we can start betting here. We got top pair. Hopefully a lot of second best hands are in the hand now, so like ace queen. Oh, actually I was going to say ace queen. Now we have to be really careful, but now we can bet. But we have to be careful of hands like jack 10. It's very rare. Ace queen as well. This is perfect. We've got 2-way through. If he re-raises me, then I might have to fold. But we're in position here. Oh, we're out of position actually, but We got the hand anyway, it doesn't matter. That was the first 10 anyway. We were actually out of position, but we won the hand. We played the hand fine regardless. I shouldn't have probably checked through pre-flop. I've got to be aware of my surroundings. Sometimes I over talk and I don't realize, and I sort of get distracted. You know, males can't do more than one thing at a time. Sometimes we can, sometimes I can't. There we go. Don't ask me away too quickly. We flopped the straight. We're happy with this. We could just get a bet, pot size bet, and go over the top. It's very hard that people will put us on. We're going to overbet here, 3,000. We're going to look like a bluff. Where people can have hearts now. We're really paying people to pay this. Hopefully someone jams. We'll happy go all the way. If they got a set, so be it. We're just jamming all the way in here. If they got sixes, they got fours or fives, so be it. Yeah, that's tough luck for this guy. He had bottom straight. That was a beautiful way to start the session. But like I said, now we've got momentum going our way. It does go away, but I'm not really too concerned. I'd rather just talk through the hands, spend a bit of time, probably away from my wife to get home, and then shut down the video. So, if you guys got any questions at all about your hands, or you know, if you want to talk about how your poker's going, feel free. If you just want to chill, that's fine. Ace Jack, we're in the big blind. Got the big blind right this time. We're not total numpties. I should actually raise here. Actually, under the guns raise. Actually, under the guns quite strong here, so we're gonna check through. Under the gun range can be quite high. We don't know the players here because we're playing Zoom. But no one really raised, so I think Ace Jack could be good here. There could be a weak king. Could definitely be a weak king here. So we check. Someone's gonna raise here. We're gonna get a fold. So we actually had good pot control. Let's have a look and see. I think there's gonna be a weak king. No, Queen Jack straight. Wow. So we could have actually bet there on the flop and won the hand, but we didn't raise pre-flop. So we didn't raise pre-flop, which meant I probably should have raised pre-flop, especially against a limper. So I did misplay the hand. But on the upside, we did identify the leak there, so we can raise here. We're going to make the same mistake twice. Okay, so small blinds in. We do have a heart. We'll be worrying about a king of heart, but the chances are very shy or very slight. We do have top pair, so we can bet quite big here. We do have a heart as well, so even if we're behind, we still can catch up. Get the second nuts. Alright, we can just bet all the way here. And just bet huge. Hopefully he's got a heart. Not the king of hearts, hopefully. We'll just shovel in. The chances of him having a king of hearts is very slim, but it is possible. Yeah, so accidentally folded pocket fives. But we're actually going insane with the first table. Alright, ace 3 looks nice. So we're going to enter in the pot. Sometimes people just bet 200 just to get the call in position. And sometimes you don't want to risk too many chips in position as well on the dealer button, because then you can open up quite wide. If you know, if you're questioning yourself how much you want to open up your hands, especially from the dealer button, because some people, especially six, you know, a six-handed table, you can definitely open up more. We've got trip kings here. Trips aren't as good as the set. We're in position here, but we've got another type hand, so we can call. We've got a bet here. There's two hearts on the board. We can't go too soft here. We got top pair. We're in position. There's a lot of hands in the board. Probably want to half bet this. Trying to get rid of some of the field. There will be some people with maybe a stronger hand though. So we've got to be wary. I'm happy if everyone folds as well. He raises. We do have another heart though. If he re-raises, I'll probably fold. We are deep stack. And it's only going to cost me 700. So now we've got another heart. So if he goes check, check, he gives us a that's going to be perfect case scenario. I guess we're going to call now. We get the perfect hand. This is the reason why we played the hand the way we did. We can just half bet this, and we're not going to get too greedy. We've got a set here. He should call. He should call the ace. Yeah, there we go. That was a nice hand. We're quite deep stack there, so we can actually make wider calls there when we're deeper stacked. That was a shame that we didn't get any action there on the trip, on a set. Sorry, because we had a set of 5s on the side. Out of position, ace king. We can check here because the jack's going to hit a lot of his ranges. We can continue on. Folding is pretty weak there. But there wasn't any hearts. He's milking us but 100 to get 1,000. It's not too bad. I'm going to fold here just because there's no point. I mean, he could easily have a 9 here. 1,300 to win 400 is just really worth it. Sometimes if you're idle, if you take forever to check, sometimes they think you're just trying to play them. So they're more likely to check back after. Because they think you've taken a long time to make a decision. Sometimes you can actually, it's a tell. It's a clicking tell. If you go too fast on your betting and all that stuff, you can definitely give away if you've got a good hand or not. Usually checking like really fast usually tells people that you haven't got much. We're after a set here with both sides actually, but we got position on the other. Oh, we got both position. We got position on both. We can get a free card here. We can actually scare someone here. I think we'll go for the free card because it's 3-way pot. Pocket 6s here. I'm just gonna fold. Happy to get the free card again. Would even have the best of it here with pocket 6s. Actually, no, we get actually counterfeited because... Oh, actually, we don't get counterfeited. The jack stands, maybe. We just fold here. 6-7 suited, out of position, fold. Maybe when we close the position, we're more likely to play it. Go. We do have a club, which is great. If we get a free card, we're out of position here, so we've got to be probably just fold this hand. There is a lot of this board. We're out of position, so we can't get a free card. That's the difference between being in position and out of position. You do get free cards. You can decide to put the, to put the pot down. Because the thing is, you're calling. I think it was 400. If you call 400, that's 800 added to the pot on top of what was already there. He's going to make you pay to see the river even more. And a lot of times you're not going to actually make that, you're not going to hit the river and you're just wasting chips. Okay, doubling up the board, we can just half bet here. If he re-raises us, we fold. He might fold. Yeah, a lot of second best hands call there, so that's fine. A lot of missed draws there might have called as well. They might have hit something. So yeah, so far the first hand was really good. Like the first table is going really. I could actually close the table down, so but I think that'd be silly. Because sometimes you don't want to lose everything you've just. I mean, when you're at the casino, you can spend. You've got like I think it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours limit to come back in time when you actually get off the table. I actually have done that, so. But players like etiquette poker, people will actually frown to it, especially if you win a big pot and you just get up and leave. It's just frowned on. We're gonna fold here because we don't close the action. Because you can actually, someone could go all in and you're just wasting chips there. But in position, you can actually see that you're going to, you know, whether or how much you're going to pay to see the flop. And all those bets actually do count up. It's a 1 in 7 chance to actually win sets, like on the flop. 9-6-2, trash. Trash. Probably out of position with the dealer button limping though, so we're going to fold. We'll allow him to play against the fish that just limped in. And do we just call? Not really sure. I'm going to fold. This is a tight fold. Have a look though. Alright, I'm going to call this one though because he's a short stack. Probably getting impatient. If he folds, he calls. I'm going to fold this one. Wow, I should have caught that one, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It was a short stack. So that could be another thing that I'm rusty about. Just reading the stack sizes. I knew his range wouldn't be as good. I didn't know the range of the other person though. But he had 6-5, which was pretty crazy. You can make notes on these players. So when they do these crazy calls for 4,000. So typically speaking, if you read that hand previously, if a short stack will shove all in, meaning their range could be wide open, then the other person calling or raising could have a weaker range as well. So we could be, on that basis, could have made a call quite easily. We're gonna raise, gonna go with Queen Jack. Unfortunately, no diamond on the other one. We're in position here, so we can just call. Like I said, there's a difference between out of position and in position. We can actually get free cards here. We can get a 10 here and go all the win. If he's got ace king, we could probably get all his stack. He might not be happy with the spades, but he's getting ultra aggressive. We didn't get the hand that we wanted though. There could be spades now, so we're gonna drop out. But if we hit the 10 there, we'll definitely getting stacks in. But then the flush came in, and you know, just starting to get a little bit dangerous getting stacks in there. All right, we can raise here in position. Probably should have raised a little bit more with those. 9-5's bad. Yeah, 3-8's bad. So we want a queen here. We want a gut shot. That'd be nice. All right, we get a cheap card. See, we're in position. Get a cheap card. So not the best card. There is now a set. Now we've got an open ender. We've got to raise this one. We're out of position as well, but we can try and dictate the hand. 200. I guess we're calling. It's this cheap. It's not the best hand we can get here. We see how he raised in the flop in the other hand, and then we won the hand. So we didn't actually have to make the hand. We had fold equity, and when they do make the call, we can actually, we can actually still win the hand. Let's fold this one. We got as cheap as possible with all our cards. 10s could be good here with 7-6 jack. So we're gonna bet half here. We did raise, so pre-flop. So it's normal for everyone to expect me to raise there. Well, at least make a bet. He shoves all in. Could be hearts. Could be a lot of things. We've got the second best hand here in a lot of cases, so I'm gonna fold. Let's see if we can get a 7 for 100. One more for 100. Still could have the best hand, but I highly doubt it. But it's so cheap, how can you say no? So he gets the heart at the end. Could already raised, but it's really hard to think about the best hand. In position, King 10 could raise, but we're folding. It is offsuit. So as you move up higher in the stakes, you do get really like if you start playing wide, too wide, you do get held accountable for it. A lot of people will raise you and really test your range, like at your hand, and then just see how you go. Oh, that's the perfect turn. We got a re-raise here. He'll probably fold. Okay, we can shove all in. Set over set, hopefully not. Beautiful, there we go. And let's see, get stacks in. And that's the greedy bet we did with the set. And that's that bet that I've warned you against, especially in previous videos. You know, you see that bet on the turn, especially with an overpair, you've got to be on high alert that you 8-4. We could actually play this with a gut shot. Oh, we didn't get the gut shot, unfortunately. Alright, win the hand there. Just a small win, but it all adds up in the end. Such a good session so far. King 2 is trash. We could probably bet here. We're going to be out of position. We're in the high. Oh, actually, oh man, it's what is it? Cut off. It's the high something. I've got a brain fart at the moment. It's the high something. I've said it in the previous video too. I don't use the term that often. You got the dealer, you got the cutoff, and you've got the high. Those things. Alright, we'll get a bet here. King 10. Pocket aces, beautiful. We've had a bad run with pocket aces lately, so hopefully now, even though this is negative thinking, you should not think like this, that, you know, oh, we're due for a win now. It doesn't work like that. They don't have feelings. We did actually win pocket aces, but unfortunately, not a big hand. We won. We won the flush draw. Nice. Just winning the drawish type hands is the bonus because you don't have to make your hand. Gotta love that. Gone. Pocket fours. Here we go. All right. Let's see what they have to offer. We're in position here too, so more likely to call. Oh, what a tight table in Zoom. It's unbelievable. Gets folded to the big blind. It's happened a couple of times now. We can open up here. People are starting to get a bit tighter. We can loosen up a little bit. Alright, so we can actually loosen up. We got position with king suited. We did bet pocket threes pre-flop, which means that we can actually bet the king. Hopefully the deal button folds, and then we've got position. If he calls, then we don't have position. We could bet one more time and then after that go with the hand. You could easily have a king there. Alright, so we give up the hand. He got on there on the river as well, so we actually made him pay. You know what? We put chips in when we were in front the whole time. Even though it was scary, we put chips in the whole time, represented the king. A lot of people would have folded by then. It just didn't happen. We're going to re-raise here. And half bet here. There's two spades, two clubs on the board. We can't afford flush draws to come out. We got straight draws now too. We can check call, I think. And see how he goes from there. That's a split board. If we actually... that's another thing too. On a scary board like that, you should actually... bet as well, especially on a scary board like even last game as well. You see a hand like 4 spades on the board, so many people with a weak spade might actually fold and you don't have a spade in your hand. Like I'm saying, if there's 4 spades on the board and you don't have any at all, sometimes it's worth calling. Oh, we got the book. What the hell is going on? Thanks, mate. He's going all in unless he's got nothing. He can't beat us here. 3, 4. Wow, that was nice. That table is insane. The table's insane at the moment. We could pretty much play anything on that table. And we're just getting deeper and deeper. Oh, we gotta really understand that. Ooh. He's not deep stacked enough, so we're gonna fold. For a gut shot, that is. It's very hard to make a gut shot, but when you do, you can get stacks in. But you don't want to be overpriced. We'll just check in. We are out of position here, so I don't get too excited about this Jack 9 suited. I actually won one of the biggest pots I won in the casino was Jack 9 offsuit. Actually, I actually hit 2 pair on the flop. It got raised, and I shoved all in. Someone had like top pair, like with ace jack, and then the other person had like pocket queens. But I had Jack 9 with 2 pair, and then I didn't even need to upgrade my hand, but I ended up booking it on the turn, and it was over a grand quite easily with the one pot. So that was really nice. I won like 1200. That's probably my best hand. It was just unbelievable. I mean, it just happens randomly. I mean, everyone's got their favorite hands. Like I had a hand where I had pocket eights, and then I hit quads on the actual flop. You hit quads on the flop, and you know barely anyone usually hits anything. So I played it pretty slow, and then by the time by the time the river comes, someone hit the straight, and you should have seen his face once we got all the stacks in. I should have got an Academy Award for acting. Like the whole table was like, whoa. They just had no idea. Like I was just sitting there towards the end there. I was like trying to pretend like, oh, what does he have? We're gonna bet this. We got pocket nines. We have the flush draw. Same thing again. We just get a call. And then I was like, what is he gonna, what's he gonna do? And I really just, we ended up getting the stacks in, and they're like, damn, they just got outplayed. Not boasting too much. This is one of my favorite hands that happened. Another one was, I had ace king. I missed the flop, and I pretty much folded. And the guy next, 3 chairs up, had position on me. And the guy next to him elbowed him. He goes, I bet you didn't have anything anyway. We got pocket kings. You have to call. The ace comes, it comes. We don't care. We're calling pocket tens. Oh, wow. That's just sad. Savage. We're going to call because we're short stacked. No spade, no spade. Yeah, that's it. So we made up for it at least, that hand. It just hurt that last hand with pocket kings, but you're always calling there. But yeah, the guy elbows the guy next to him and goes, oh, I bet you didn't have anything anyway. And then I remember this, and then when I played against that guy that elbowed that guy, I knew he was going to try and bluff me. I had like pocket fours and I caught him all the way through. And you should have seen how red-faced he was. I had pocket fours and he tried to bluff me the whole way. And I caught him down. He's just red-faced. And then there was that moment when at the start of the video, I mentioned that I had trip aces against trip kings. Man, that's a good feeling too. You first sit down, you look at the first hand as aces, and then you just flop it. We're just gonna call jacks. Who cares? Ah, damn. Oh man, we're running a bit of a bad spell with the jacks now. It happens. Anyway, but yeah, it's just those moments are really good. We're just gonna fold here. We don't have a club. That could be a spot too we could re-raise. Only probably a heads up and then represent a club. But we don't have a club at all. I mean, you can always beat one player, you can't always beat 3. Or 2 other players. The fold equity goes down. 2, 10. Oh yeah, this is what I want. This is the type of hand I want. I'm going to raise big. I'm going to raise big, try and get stacks in if I have to. I just love these hands. They're just so disguised. Even if, you know, we can just bet big and just hope for the best here. Get a lot of fold equity too, because these hands don't really mean too much. So we've got a pair. We've got any two, any heart. Typically come out as well. And then you just win the hand if you don't actually, you know, chances are there we didn't have the best hand. But it's just disguised, then people get really cut when you beat them. We're going to bet here against the limper. Limpers don't usually have any good. He's short stacked as well. I really wanted the other guy to go. Now we've got an open ender. Hopefully you can get rid of, yeah. I wanted to go heads up against the short stack and get rid of the deep stack. Just know I could beat the other guy's range, not my, not the guy that was deeper stacked. We actually call this, we're in position here. King Jack. This. We could call. It is quite expensive. I'm gonna call once, stuff it. I'm hoping to get a queen, but it's gonna be so expensive. Making that call on the flop was terrible. Going all in. He's probably just done the same thing I did with the other hand. That was probably really bad. I probably should have folded. It was such a high price to pay. But we could have triple stacked ourselves there, but it's probably too expensive. So you got to re-raise here out of position. Alright, open up with ace jack off. Out of position now. We can represent. I go about 700 here actually. Do we go all in? I'm going to go all in. Stuff it. I get sick of getting bullied. No diamond. Ooh, lucky. Alright, we can half bet this one. Represent the king still. Check, check, hopefully. It goes all in. Yeah. Nice little hand there. Sometimes they shove all in and you get in a spot. But he didn't actually represent anything, so he wasn't really upset about, you know, people actually, if they fit top pair, two pair, especially if you've got like a flush draw, straight draw on the board, they usually have to bet there because they don't want the free card to come out. Queen jack there, we're just folding this. We can bet this. We've got top pair here, flush draws coming. I can bet here, bet the flush. If he hasn't got diamonds, he'll fold. We've got a weak kicker as well, so he could actually have king with a strong kicker. And he's just worried about, you know, two pair. Our hand was disguised, could have been a lot of things. Can re-raise against the lipper. Wow. It's not really worth bluffing against 3 other players for that size pot. A lot of people won't hit the jack, so we can bet here. Just fast fold other hands. Like I said, there's no point. The more players on the book, like in the hand, there's no point. We're after another heart actually. It's so strong. Only 200. There's a bit of an underbet there. Bit of a mouse slip. For a tenner. After a tenner, so we'll bet. In position, that's important. Everyone's really raising. Wow. We're just gonna get out of this hand. Just watch. Go stupid. We got a gut shot, which is just not worth it for us. 2 pair. We wouldn't have won the hand. He booked it. Even our straight doesn't count. Deep stack. We're gonna fold over 2. I mean, we've only got 2 cards that we're playing, so there wasn't really any point going towards the turn in the river. Bet here. Well, we've already got position, but utilize position. Pocket 3s, we're opening. We don't have a club, that is a concern. Jack 10 is a concern as well. It's probably the worst 2 cards to come out after if people have called you. Because usually people have a queen or 9, king, queen. There's no fold equity here, so we just gotta let go. And fold here, we don't have a club. Yeah, it's too late. If we had a river card, maybe get a 2 and a 7 or something like that, or get the straight. But there's just no for us. You know, you could see Queen Jack was there or something like that. We just saw 2 picture cards. We could bet here and get position. Well, we've already got position, but we can use our position. Yeah, and this should be just a bet fold, hopefully. Probably a good blocker card, like just a brick, sorry. Alright, we just continue betting. If he's got ace king, he's got to fold, hopefully. There you go. Just using position there. Don't actually have to have your hand. You just didn't have to know that his range is on the heavy side sometimes, most times. Not all the time. Like if he'd limped in, then definitely he could have any 2 cans. Nice to get that hand though, that last one. Ace 3, small blind. Really need to be tight. If you're going to be tight on any position, it's usually a small blind. Small blind's the worst position. Table. Playing dealer on the dealer button is the best. Cut off is second best. And it just, you know, as you get position. Some people like being in the big blind and, you know, they see the whole action pre-flop. But then post-flop it changes around, so you got to remember that. You could easily, it turns, you get all the evidence at the start of the game, like in this pre-flop, but post-flop you don't actually see anything before it's before you've made a move anyway. We're just gonna call here. We're in position. We did get a heart. Probably got pocket pair. If you had ace king, you could get a jack as well. You had a lot of cards there. Alright, we've got a set. It's a wet board. Still got a bet here. Probably a little bit more since it's wet. Usually people connect to that, but not this time. It's unfortunate. It is a bit bigger, especially in a multi-way pot on a board like that. And then you actually do get your stacks in on the turn. But it's really hard when you when you're really this deep stack to get stacks in. We're short stacked here. So I've only got 6,000 on the other table. I could chip up, like top up. But we probably should play really tight with the 6,000 and just loosen up with 3,000. Six ten's gone. Alright, we can call through here. I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna be happy. Okay, we get a heart at least. Someone could have a 4. Probably dead after a raise pre-flop though, but look at this guy go. I'm gonna fold. There's no point. Yeah, lucky it wasn't a heart as well. And I think the ace won't be good there as well a lot of the times. Do hit an 8. So pocket pair will win there. Someone over betting before, we didn't have anything. Say queen. Oh, the ace. Yeah, so the ace wasn't good anyway. So I was really looking at getting a flush. Because a lot of times if the ace hits, we're still not good in that spot. I didn't even jerry about trip 4s at that stage. I didn't think he'd have 4s, but some people are wild. You can make notes on these players. If I was playing real money, I probably would. But these players are bad enough that we don't need. It's fold. Yeah. We're after a 2. We've got a 2, now got to check raise. Alright, unfortunately we didn't bet, we didn't get anything there. It was a little bit scary for him, I guess, but maybe they didn't have anything. If they had 2 pair, that would have been pretty sad that we didn't get anything for it. That's what happens when you slow play, you let your people catch up and beat you. Three's a good here, I think. Yeah, nice. Pair of jacks. We'll play these quite aggressive, especially out of position. We'll fold the ace. Yeah, so we're going to re-raise here. And see where our jacks lie. Hopefully get a low board, and then we continue bet. I don't know, this person's just done the moat, throwing shit at us, but... Okay. Perfect ball for jacks. We'll bet quite big. And we'll still bet. We can shovel in. We should have probably just shoved all in. He's probably going to shovel in and have a queen. Oh, he hit the 5 on the river. We played the hand great apart from not shoving on the turn. But that's how you play jacks generally. So we're not upset about that. It just happened. On the river as well. And they made a book about the river. Ace on the river. You guys got any good poker books? Feel free to put them in the comments as well. There was one that I read, how to be a poker how to be a good poker player, and it's not as lame as it sounds, but actually just was saying how we actually got the book. It was just talking about other things, not just bet here, fold there. It was just talking holistically about the game. I'm gonna fold here. We can bet 300. Pocket sevens, 2 hearts. At least we got a heart. Okay, it's a scary board, so we bet. He's got something. We've got the magic card on the... Oh, actually we could have bet the river. But because he hit the king. So it was actually a nice hand there. I mean, he probably would... If he called the turn, he ain't folding that river with the king. So we did the best for that hand. Which raised king queen offsuit. Try and get Stella to fold, but he's in the hand. Top pair is nice, but it's a flush draw. We do have a spade. Let's continue to bet. A king, queen will be in our range. We could check raise here. I'm going to continue just to bet. Sometimes you can check raise there and get that extra bet. We didn't actually, we still had top pair, so we could probably have done it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Let's raise there with ace 10. In position. Okay, top pair, we're definitely betting this. Probably about 1200, I think. Someone bets into us, that's suspect as well. Usually, people are considered fish that you don't usually bet into the pre-raiser. Yeah, and just win the. We're happy to win the board there. Those little hands. It wasn't a great hand, but it was a good enough hand. We could be good here a lot of the time. I'm gonna fold because we've got a weak kicker here. Don't usually have an ace there. The opponents, they could still, but against 3 other players, it's just probably no point. Especially with king with a weak kicker. We could raise here, but we're in the small blind. I'm gonna fold. Yes. What? Alright, so far so good. Alright, king queen suited, beautiful. Let's go 300. Top pair, nice. We hopefully get another heart. So we'll bet. Yep, we can call this and hopefully get another heart on the board. Let's raise. Let's put a bet in with ace queen. Alright, we half bet this one. We can fold. Check, check. On the river, he's not worried about the queen. Alright, so we're going to fold this one. It's pretty rough. Bit of a tight fold. But what story is he trying to do? I mean, a lot of times that, if the stories don't make sense, they're usually full of shit. We could have called maybe, but a lot of times people are betting with a better hand. We only had top pair, or actually middle pairs. Alright, after the jacks, we're gonna shut the stream, the video down. We'll have to go home, so got to bet here the jacks. Alright, perfect. We've got a raise here. Day 3. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. And we had a really good video. And I'll see you next time.